Now, we all give ourselves opinions, and there's all different people out there, and that's fine. But I get told when it comes to operations and doctors, good ones anyway, so this is how you know you got a good doctor, I guess, is that they can make a little decision, they can stretch it to 2 to 3 times. So they do a little cut and they go, things, they can stretch it, so, huh? And make it look bigger than that little wound, right? And so when it comes to cutting your stomach, you can cut half your stomach, so right down from right down your belly all the way up to your belly button. So it can look like half your stomach. Right? You can cut half that and open it up and pretty much expose your whole belly, right? If you're just pulling out small things, the good doctors try to make small incisions because it's about your mental health. So when it comes to operations, stuff like that, you do want to have the cleanest incision and stuff like that when it comes to mental health, besides being good at your job. So when it comes to such a big wound, you want to hear that was necessary, that big wound. So if you hear that was necessary, you did your best, right, and not many other doctors would do better, right, then you know they really tried. But if you know other doctors could have done better and you've seen it, then you know they did a crude job. They did a job, they got it fixed, but it looks terrible. It's not done right. Right? Why did you go that far? And when you did the job and talked about the job, they said they were going to do all these things and it was all this, and you don't get no information. It takes a while to get the information. Stuff like that. It's crudeness, right? So if you had a doctor that can say you're both the same size weight, you both had the same similar things, like procedure or a thing in you, and you need to get it removed, and we'll even say that the other person had a bigger one than you, and then after the operation, and besides the pain you went through and how you went through it and how you felt, they had a small scar. So that one has a small scar and that one has a big, crude, ugly one. So we'll just go with that theory. And they went through the same operation, and he had a bigger thing to pull out. What could the doctor say to you when you go, well, that doctor must have been better, and they healed quicker too, right? And so that's why we've got to talk about things so other people know, and so doctors can learn too about what they're doing. And when it comes to who should be more serious at their job, is why they get paid more, isn't it? Because when it comes to medical section, it's a serious thing for fuck ups, isn't it? Or to just make it look shit and hurt people's feelings because you decided to be quick at something or something like that, right? It should be important, shouldn't it? And if it goes wrong, it should be definitely talked about so things can get better as quick as possible and learn from our mistakes of why such things happened. Right? And if it's just practice, it's practice. You get that. Like I said, answers answer everything. But without all this, and when people go to talk about things like this, and we only get nothing but an attack, then we're never ever going to fix the situation. If doctors get upset because they're told they can do better, then how are they going to get better? You see? So we should always be able to speak our mind when it comes to at least the medical sector, shouldn't we? Anyway, I'm going to do more of a video later on about things as over time we find out a little bit more about stuff. But I thought I'll leave it there about crude doctors and why we look for better and why there is better and why things happen. There's different reasons. And why a lot of things don't get answered until over time. Because you got to wait to find out certain things, don't you? And then we can talk about it. You might even say sometimes that person over there is a good doctor, but you know your operation. So this happens all the time too. Like I just explained to him, I said, "Oh, how would you like it if you think your doctor did good and you're all good and you got through the operation, you're better than what you were? Yeah, it got done. That's good. But would you feel that they did a good job and you say they did a good job, right? And you're happy that the job's done, right? But then would you feel happy if someone else turned up and said, shit, I had the same thing and I'm bigger and I even had a bigger one pulled out and I've got a little one and I recovered in 2 weeks, you took a month. Well, how would you feel after that? You feel down, don't you? You go, shit, and I called them a good doctor. And if you called them a good doctor, how do you think they feel? They feel like they've done a good job. Do you think they're going to get better? Sometimes they do. Some people still do. But a lot of people might think, oh, I'm doing a good job, I'm just going to keep doing that. Definitely if it's quick. It's a human being thing, isn't it? So you got to be careful about when it comes to what you say to doctors. Be really careful. Otherwise, your decision and we make up and we all talking the same thing. It's all going to add up to a big decision of they think they're superior and they can do this and this and that. So we've got to be careful when it comes to certain things. Anyway, have a good one. And I thought I'd chuck that thought out there. See yous.